This is Tech Gears. My name is Levi, and today we're going to be taking a look at alternatives for the EverGoods Cap1. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I just contacted EverGoods. I was looking to get another one or possibly trade this one. And if you are looking to purchase one, Batch 3 is going to be coming out in June or July here in 2022. It is right now March. So we're another 3-4 months away, and it's a shame because this is an incredible pouch. And what makes it so unique is one, the smaller size. Like, this is not that big of a bag. You can see I have a GR1 26 liter here, which is kind of middle of the road. It's not a small bag, but it's not huge. And this just fits easily in the front pocket. You can see the shape there if you wanted to load it in. It's a little bit too big for the upper inside pocket, but I'm going to show you some alternatives. Now, what makes it so unique is, one, obviously, it is thin, but the construction, the materials, the magnetic latching here, all just really high quality. Now on the inside, ultimately, you really just have 4 compartments. You have 2 zippers, one at the bottom, one at the top, and each one has some of its own dimension. There's some stretch to this mesh here, and then this outside material does have some decent give here, where it has that independent leaderage engineering that EverGoods is known for. So when you pack this out, it can start to really bulge out like this. So it does get a little bit chunky, still would fit in the front pocket here, but I want to look at some other tech cases that, one, keep a slim profile, 2, do have some expansion, and 3, are kind of similar into this rectangular, softer body shape versus something like the EverGoods Cap2, which is obviously a little bit more rigid, or like a Bellroy tech case, which is, again, a little more structured, firm, harder shell. So some of those options, and let's dive in right now, are going to be, first, your Moment Tech Case Mini, or MTW. Really like this thing. It actually only has 5 pockets. You can kind of see here 3 on the top, and you kind of see 2 pockets here on the bottom. And it's actually a really soft, malleable, I believe it's a recycled material. You can notice the shape is actually really close to what we have here in the Cap1. Now, the Cap1 is clearly much bigger, but I'm going to do a quick loadout for you guys so you can actually see what it fits and how much we can get in here. Now, just want to interrupt real quick. The case I've been using a lot most recently is going to be the Modern Day Fair case. This thing is actually a perfect fit for most front pockets, has all my stuff in it, and still stays really thin. On top of that, it is fairly weather sealed with that AquaGuard zipper and with a full 1000D Cordura. So let me unload this. We're going to pack it into some of our other tech cases here, and we'll see what fits. All right, so you can see this actually fit everything in my normal tech case. This little guy would actually fit in the top compartment of my GR1 on the inside, so really inconspicuous. It's malleable, does have some give, but this is pretty much loaded out. I wasn't able to fit my headphones in here, but obviously this being in its own case, that's okay. And obviously, to keep things organized within the Modern Day Fair, I do have kind of a pouch within a pouch, which I'm not using here. So it works, does the job, and this is probably my most favorite replacement for the Cap1, even though Cap1 is able to fit everything, but it does get a little bit more bulky than even this. So this, for the price, and I'll put it there and I'll put some links down below, I think is probably the best option, but let's take a look at another few. All right, my next favorite option is actually from Waterfield. This, I believe, is just like their tech case, tech compartment. What's nice about this is, at least in this colorway, they have some other materials. This is a waxed canvas, which is just awesome. It does come in 3 sizes. This specific size I got because it is meant to fit a full keyboard, and this actually fits widthwise usually on the side of most bags, where I can just tuck it in. So I really enjoy it. You can get a medium size one that is pretty much the exact same size as your Cap1. You can kind of take a look here. So obviously this one is a little bit longer, but height-wise, you're looking at about the same. Now, if I were to stuff it in my GR1 here, that actually is another good option. So if you have a front pocket, these are really cool, because what's nice about this is you can see this is fairly thin, pretty malleable. It zips kind of like a U shape, so you have a little kind of opening taco. It doesn't stand on its own, none of these do. But again, in sake of the Cap1, you have something that's thin, you have something that can expand, and this is really simple as far as having 2 pockets on one side, 2 pockets on the other side. Really carnivorous, or carnivorous, forgive me that word, in the inside. So I've actually packed this out quite a bit, and it can get really thick. And I just love carrying this. I just have a few of my cables and odds and ends in here. But this is from Waterfield. Leather accents, high quality materials, really nice case. This is getting a little bit more expensive, similar to the Cap1, but I think this is a legit, really nice option if you're not able to do the Cap1 or looking for something with a little bit more pop. Next, we have a classic from Bellroy, and it's literally the Bellroy Classic pouch. This is one actually my wife is using, so I didn't want to take it out, and she just has a bunch of her stuff in it. Has one small pouch on one side, has 2 small pouches on the other, and just an open pocket in the middle. Again, I'm not going to do the full loadout, but I am able to fit my full kit in here, no problem. Stays relatively thin depending what you have in here. Same thing, it gets as big as you need it to. The quality of the Bellroy materials, most of the materials are recycled. They're just high strength, their zipper quality, always really smooth. Love using their materials. Now again, I actually like their tech cases maybe a little bit more personally, but if you are looking for something small, again, this would fit on the top pouch of a GR1 26 liter. So again, that's kind of nice on the inside. And this is going to fit most places where your Cap1 is going to fit. Now, this is a little bit smaller. This is similar to the Moment, but it's just a really classic, again, it's in the name, pouch that is just organized enough, is just solid enough that it's going to work at a lot of your bags and take a lot of different gear setups. Now our last 2 is going to be one from AER. This is actually the split case. This one is really fun. Again, size-wise, we can take here's the Cap1, here's the slip case. It's about the same width, you can kind of see there. Height-wise, of course, the Cap1's a little bit bigger, but it's kind of cool when you unzip the bottom portion of the split case, and let's open it up here. It actually reveals this expansion part on the bottom, so it actually becomes very similar to what we have on the Bellroy Tech case. This also allows it to become probably about a 1/2 inch wider. Hopefully you can see that there. I actually did use this as a smaller DOP kit for a while, and on top of that, has a separating zipper component, and this interior pocket is combined between these two where it has some stretch. Now obviously this is probably the second worst, and I'll say here, as far as just keeping things organized, having different spots. The Cap1 only really has 4 main pockets, 1 separated, so 5, and then you have that open spot right in the middle. This is just an open pouch, but for the size, for keeping things thin. AER, very nice materials, for the most part very weather resistant. This is another small, cheaper option that works really well versus something that's a lot more expensive and I don't want to say over-engineered, but really more impressively engineered Cap 1. But this is something that maybe you want to consider if you don't need all the space. And finally, probably the most simple one is just a pouch. So I do have one here from Defy. This is a VX21, I believe. It's funny that the materials are for the most part waterproof here. Has an AquaGuard zipper that you would think is waterproof, and it is. And then you have this relatively large hole right here where the zipper can't quite close. There's no zipper garage. I found that funny for all the materials and weatherproof they offer this. But this is literally as simple as it gets as a pouch. You can see size-wise here. This is a little bit larger. This is the large pouch. Topo Design has something similar. There's a lot of companies that have your small, medium, large pouches. And this is not going to give you anywhere near the, I guess, overall organization and space as your Cap 1. Especially that obviously this opens up. You have multiple zipper components here. But as just a simple pouch that you can get different colors. You can definitely fit quite a bit of space. This is something you might want to consider. And finally, I said it on my last video, but the other best option to the Cap 1 is going to be your Shimoda 2 and 3 panel. I did do a video of showing the thinnest options on the market of tech pouches, and I really like the Shimoda. If you want to get equal capacity to the Cap 1, you probably want to do the 3 or the 4 panel. I have the 2 panel. You can check that video out. The Shimoda is pretty much as thin. You can fit a lot of stuff, and it just feels similarly engineered, where it's just a really nice quality product that is very simple but well thought out. But overall, the Cap 1 is kind of have its own place in the market, where that combination of being thin, being able to expand, being small enough, yet large enough to take a lot of capacity of things you can put in it, and just having the flexibility in putting these in a lot of different bags, in a lot of different pockets. So if you were looking for the Cap 1, obviously if you can get it, definitely try and get it. Put an order in, wait for it. I know I'll be waiting for mine, and enjoy it. But if you can't get it and you're not too caught up on either the specific design or the company, there's a lot of other great options that hopefully I helped out with what you can pull here from Bellroy to Waterfield, from Moment, AER. So you have a lot of good designs here. Hopefully this helped you out in this video. You guys can pick one of these. I'll try to put some links below, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I'll do my best to help out. This is Levi with Tech Gears, and have a great day.